And the Trump administration has announced plans for a new ICE detention facility in Nebraska that's set to hold 280 undocumented migrants. The facility will be dubbed the Cornhusker Clink, a play on Nebraska's nickname of the Cornhusker State and an old slang term for jail. Jono, the clink. We all know what the clink is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Nebraska was the Cornhusker State until today.
Well, there we are. I know.
280 new beds are going into this. So on the grand scheme of things, this is quite small. Alligator Alcatraz was bigger by comparison, but not a lot bigger. What we know about it, we just know that it is going to be the detention centre whereby they will hold some of the many, many thousands of people, I'll go into that in a second, that have been detained in Nebraska while they're awaiting for their trial to find out if they're going to be legally permitted to live in the United States or they're going to join the illegal immigrants who are leaving the country. Approximately 150,000 in Nebraska alone. Now when you take it and put it into the equation, it doesn't seem like a lot because you've got 288 beds. So you can figure out the math on that. It's going to take a long time to get through all of that. If you look at the US in its entirety, 46 million immigrants. Of that, it's estimated that around approximately 10 or 12 million of them are illegally staying in the country. So they have to be processed and they have to be removed from the country. And you might think, how long is that going to take at the current level of ICE detention centres that they have? And even with the 200% increase planned for Nebraska in the next, they reckon 6 to 7 weeks, it might be a little bit more. It's still going to take 50 years at the current processing time that we're seeing in order to get through these illegal immigrants and to find out if they actually are being permitted or have to be deported. So this is one of the big campaign trail mentions that we had, and it was a rhetoric that we had from the Trump administration that he was going to work on immigration. It seems like the feat is going to be almost impossible in this administration and maybe even in this lifetime for a lot of people who are alive right now. 50 years is certainly a long time. Daily arrests are up from 1,000 to 3,000. That's based upon January of this year. So yes, there are more ICE agents. They are potentially getting more people behind bars. But what we've seen is a massive difference and massive sway in 2 or 3 separate things. One of those things is the number of people who've been arrested who are not actually convicts or criminals. And that has gone from where it was up to 70%, which is a sharp rise in that. And we're seeing a lot more people who are being detained with 3 million on the backlog now to have their case heard in front of a court. So it's not working quite according to plan. And I don't think on the scale that we're seeing here that we're going to achieve that.